Hi everyone, I am Luca Braccia and I am course leader for the BA in Dance at the University of Suffolk in Ipswich in partnership with DanceEast, and I will be leading this creative session today. So thank you very much for joining me today and welcome to this session. We will have a short warm up in the beginning and then we'll have some creative exploration. And please make sure you have enough space to move around. I know you probably are already familiar with the space you are, but just make sure that there are no risks. So if you can move any objects, please do so. I'm dancing in bare feet, so if you prefer to do so, just do what I did. Otherwise, just keep your socks on. You know your floor at home. If you have any injuries or you wanna adapt anything that I will do, please do so. I really welcome any adaptation that you might think of, and just bring yourself within the workshop. So let's start with a warm up. So, just let's find a place within your space, when you place your legs in parallel or whatever position you might find comfortable. And let's start with our hands. Let's brush our hands one onto the others. It's like when we put like the hand sanitizer in our hands or like the soap, whatever. We are very familiar with it nowadays. And then you just pass this through your right arm. So I am mirroring you. So this should be your right arm, but I'm more than happy for you to change and to do with whatever arm you prefer. And then just move on your chest and just, touch your body parts. So we start connecting with our body, going through the other side. So this should be your left one. And then on your center, going through your legs, so your quads, quite gently, but is an active touch. So your left knee and the lower part of your leg, so you can balance on one leg or you can place the foot down to touch your foot, and then the other leg, the knee, the lower body parts, your feet, both of them, and then going through the back, your lower back. I always like to start the class just with massaging a little bit. So now this becomes kind of massage. So you increase a little bit the pressure on your body parts here, on your chest. So you squeeze a little bit the muscles, whatever side you prefer, both of them, the back, the top of your head, the cranium, and also your lovely face. Take a big breath in, exhaling, and just start clapping on the right arm with some more energy on your belly. Soft hands, but just keep this quiet, energetic on your legs, on the back, on the back, on the top of your head, but now using just the fingertips. Oh, this feels very nice. Keep breathing, keep relaxing, and also on your face, so we release all the muscles. And then just shake, drop the weight down. Now take a big breath in while you slow down. And now let's imagine that we have a pen or a pencil on the top of our head. And the ceiling is a sort of piece of paper, sheet, when we can just draw. So let's make some marks. So think that the top of your head is leading and is drawing. And we find this excuse to mobilize visualize our lovely neck and head. If you want, you can close your eyes. If not, it's lovely to keep them open and to see all the way around and smile sometime. And now let's move to the right elbow. So let's move the pencil on the pen or the pen here, and let's drawing on the side. So let's imagine that the piece of paper is now vertical. So I'm gonna draw on the side of the space of my body. Also remember, you can go also lower, and then swap now elbow. Let's move to the other side where you can draw up. And now let's do it in front of us, but with the knee. So using the left knee or the right or whatever you want. So, and then swap. So just imagine now the pen is on the knee, the right knee. And now he's on your left foot, and you can draw whatever you want. So if that is on the floor, on the side, whatever, and swap. And you can also change the front. You can keep the leg lower, just do whatever you feel more comfortable. And now let's change task. We want to still work with the body parts, but we want to connect two body parts, and we want to disconnect them. So let's just try to improvise when you just bring two body parts together and then you send them away. So elbow with the foot, head with your knee, elbow with your hip, head with your knee. You can go on the floor if you want. Hands, foot, head, knee, elbow to the knee, fingertips to the heels on the back. I can do it. Okay. Knee, hand, head, foot. And just don't think now. You can touch more than one body parts, more than two, sorry, body parts. Just a little bit quicker. It's lovely. Ooh, I'm feeling warmer now. And slow down. We feel a little bit warmer now. The third task now is like we want to send the energy out and we want to gather the energy in. We want to send the energy up and we want to send the energy in. So we want to send the energy out and send the energy in. So you use the body parts to send the energy out and in. 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 So it's like sending and gathering, 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 sending and gathering. That's great. So let's just walk now around the space that you have. And let's go back to the idea of having pens or pencils, but now they are under our feet. And then you just walk. But when you walk, you just make curves, okay? So you do not turn suddenly, okay? You just make curves. So when we change direction, that's soft way, okay? So use your eyes to see the space that you have all the way around. And what if we do backwards and we open our eyes to see what's behind us? You can walk like slowly if you are not super into it, or you can go a little bit quicker. Just make sure that you have the space, but you also use all the space that you have. That's important. Now let's slow down and go to the center. And now we want to draw something on the floor with our feet, okay? So let's go to the right now. We make a circle to the right side. So from our departure point, we just draw a circle to the right side, just walking. And then we arrive again to the center. And we do the same to the left side. Just a circle on this big piece of paper, which is the floor. And again, we depart to the left side to draw a circle on the floor. And then we go to the left with a circle. Sorry, that was the right. And the left. And now we use our voice, okay? So let's speak with me. So we all say, to the right, then we arrive, and then we depart. To the left, and we arrive. To the right, a little bit quicker, and arrive. To the left, small steps. To the right, circle. To the left, to the right, to the left, and slow down. Great. Let's start, keep walking so we don't stop suddenly. So we also warmed up our voice. And now let's come back to the center. Take a big breath in with your hips and legs in parallel. In. Exhaling down. And again. In. Exhaling down. In. And drop your hands down and follow, just doing roll down with your spine from the top of your head, vertebra by vertebra. If you need, you can bend your knees. And then you roll up again from the center all the way up. And again, reach through the side, touch the sky and drop them down and follow with your head, rolling down. Bend your knees all the way up again. Reach with your sky and let's do like 3 swings with your spine. Down, up, down, up. And again, down, up. To the right side. Bend your knees, reach with your hands and the other hands. And the other hands, and the other hands, and let's swing your spine double times to the right, to the left, and again, and now lift your right leg, right knee. Find a moment of balance to the side and drop down and drop. Take it a little bit. Side in and drop it down. And shake a little bit. Shake, 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 shake. Great. Okay, so I hope you feel warm now. Great. So the first thing to do now is to take the paper where we can write on. And so do you remember when we were doing the exploration and walking around the space, imagining to have pencils or pens underneath the feet? So we kind of drew something on the floor, a sort of pathway, okay? Can you remember that? I know it's quite difficult. So let's think of what you've done there, if you can remember. Otherwise, you can imagine a new pathway. And I want you to just do a little drawing. So just create the space you are in. Mine is like this, but yours could be also in this side. Whatever shape you have at home, that's fine. And I want you to set a departure point and an arrival point. Hmm? And I want you to create a pathway with curves in between. This is mine. I've done it before. So I'm ready now, but you can take a few seconds to do yours. So just the shape, create the shape of your space, 2 points, departure and arrival, and then connect them with a curvy pathway. Okay, we have that. Great. Let's move on. So now we explore a few ideas in the warm-up. Okay, so what I want you to do is to create a phrase, a movement phrase, and I'm giving you 10 minutes, but also I'm giving myself 10 minutes. So if you take another piece of paper, and I want you to write down these four things. What? I know perhaps you see that in the other side, but I want you to divide this piece of paper in four parts, and I want you to write down. Let's start with draw, which refers to where we were drawing with the different body parts. And then we have connect and disconnect. So when we were like connecting two or more body parts at the same time. And then I want you to write down gathering and sending, when we were sending the energy and gathering the sending. So sending the limbs out of the center and gathering the limbs into the center, or just working with energy. We need energy, lockdown. And then I want you to write free movement. What does that mean? That means that you can do whatever you want. That's a moment when you break the rule and you do whatever your body is suggesting you in that moment. So I want you to create a phrase just following these four different things. So we have these tasks, and I'm giving you around 10 minutes. Let's say 10 minutes. And I'm doing that with you. Okay, so I'm playing some music in the background. So see you in a bit. How is it going? I've done something. Um, just try to alternate those four different things and to put them when you do not expect that, okay? Or just leave your body make the choices. So do not think it too much, but make sure that you use all of them if you can. Hmm? If not, that's fine. Just use as much as you can, but you can challenge yourself. Okay. Um, so we have like 5 minutes more to have something. Okay. Keep going. So have a sip of water when you need. We have a few minutes more to create our lovely phrases. Of course, I have so much space here. I'm lucky, but just use the space you have, okay? I'm taking this opportunity to move bigger today, as I'm lucky. How are we doing? Almost there? I'm just looking at the time, okay? So just keep doing a couple of times more. So you have that clear in your mind, okay? And then we do some lovely, interesting things. So a few seconds more. So just go through that once more. I have mine. Ah, great. Lovely. Perfect. So I'm sure that we all have something to work on, okay? And do not worry, it doesn't need to be the best thing you've done in your life. We have time, okay? The important thing is that something, and we found some solutions to the task I offered. That's important, okay? Just remember the process is more important than the output, okay? Than the final product. So now we have a phrase. Do you remember this pathway, this lovely pathway? So I'm giving to all of us 5 minutes to just put that sequence on this pathway. What does that mean? That you keep the same movements that you have done, but you change the direction accordingly to this pathway. So you start on your departure point, you begin the sequence there, and then you travel that sequence in the space following your pathway. This is mine. And then you stop at your arrival point. Is that okay? It should be pretty forward, but you might find some moments where, okay, what I'm gonna do now. So you can find different solution, okay? You can change the level if you need to travel. Of course, you can change the direction. Whatever you need to make sure that you follow the pathway, you can do it, okay? Let's go for it. So actually less than 5 minutes, if that's possible. Let's leave some music. So mine is I'm looking at the pathway. That's tricky for me. So here, here. Hmm, I've got something. How is it going? It's difficult. It is challenging, isn't it? Okay, keep going. Keep going. I might need some more space. Okay, I've got something. Hmm? So, last minute for us to rehearse it again, okay? Actually, let me change. Hop. Okay, I'm done. It is not so precise and so clean, but I, can practice in the next days. So, we have it. That's great. So now we have our lovely movement phrase. And what I want you to do with you, uh, I just have three songs, okay? Three different musics. And I want to do the sequence on all of them. What that means? That means that we just keep the phrase as it is, but we just adapt that phrase according to the music style, and we just leave the body follow the rhythm, follow the music, and just let your body respond to that. Excuse me. So I don't want you to take any choice in the beginning, but I will just play the music and we just see what happens. Okay? So it is an experiment and we see how it goes. So there are three different music tracks. I will just turn up the volume a little bit. This is the first one. Are you ready to go? So just see what happens.
Yeah. What? Ay, feeling like I'm top five.
Ready?
Top.
When you want.
Ay, yeah. Look, I know I'm top five. This gon' make the block ride. Caught them on the back street. Gotta tell them bye-bye. They don't want no beef. No, this isn't Five Guys. Yeah, I'm coming for the chicken. I ain't talking Popeyes. White girls, black girls. We don't do apartheid. I was working part-time. Tell them part of my grind. Just a light-skinned boy coming from the dark side. Always talking that real. Go and check the archives. Ay, get it how you live it. And why on the fitted, you be telling them who did it. I be going crazy with it, I should be committed.
Woo!
I know that they jocking me, they never gonna admit it.
Interesting.
I'm fired up, no it's not tied up, we winning. I got more bars than a life sentence. Y'all got bars with the ones you not penning. Take it as a diss if you listen and offended. Yeah, that's the all if you...
Okay, great. So, how is it going? We have the second music track now. Let's see what happens. Nice. Ooh, there was a different one. Hmm. Okay. So let's try with the last music. Hmm? I'm not saying anything, but of course you feel that you are modifying perhaps the speed, the dynamic, the intention of what you do. Um, yeah, let's go with the last one. Great. Ooh, unexpected, I would say, for me. Um, but how did you feel it? Hmm. So, could you just take a couple of minutes to write down your thoughts and reflections? Uh, and this is just the beginning of something. So, feel free just to take this material, take these tasks, and play with them. And perhaps, something nice could come out and you can use it to create, something bigger, whatever. So, just want to give you like a few seconds, minutes to just reflect on what happened. Um, I'm thinking about the poses as well, um, and how your body, responds to those vibration, different vibrations. So take a couple of minutes to do so. Great. So you can just write more things later. Just let's have like a cool down in silence together. Just find the parallel again. Take a big breath in and just grab your right wrists and just pull towards the left side. Keep breathing using your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Breathe in again, exhaling, going back to the center, and just grab the left east now. And now go up and over. Breathe in, exhaling. Let's stretch all the left side. If that's too intense, you can bend your knees as well, or you can just come a little bit more towards the center. Take last big breath in, exhaling towards the center. And now interlace your fingertips to the back. I'm just moving to the side so you can see. Open your shoulders, engage your core, Press through the feet, head up to the sky, and just drop your head down now. Keep breathing. Coming up. And now bring your both hands towards your left hip and place your punch here. And just tilt your head, sorry, towards the left side. So we feel the stretch into the neck. Keep breathing. Oh. And coming up and swapping side, gently breathe in. Exhaling, bring your head towards the right side. Feel the stretch. And coming up, take a big breath in, bending your knees in. Exhaling as we've done in the beginning, rolling down your spine, vertebra by vertebra. And then bend your knees when you feel so. And then roll up again. And now just open your arms through the sides and bring the weight on your metatarsals to lift your heels off the floor. Keep your core engaged. Reach, 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 reach. And down. Drop everything down. Shake, shake arms, your legs, your head, your belly, your pelvis. Take a big breath in. Exhaling through the mouth with your voice. Big sounds. Ah, great. Thank you very much. This is the end. Thank you for attending this workshop. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that you can take something, with you and you can then practice in the future. So thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Have a lovely day and have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.